Hey, what's up, guys? Kyle here, and today I thought I'd bring you guys just a regular commentary. So, what I want to talk about today is how horrible my Friday night slash Saturday was. So, to start off with, on Friday, it turned out pretty shitty. Friday was supposed to be an awesome day, I was supposed to hang out with one of my buddies from my band, so we decided to go to the gym, work out. Since I mentioned in one of my last commentaries that I was starting to work out, so I started jogging last week, and I decided to go to the gym with my friend because he invited me. So we go to the gym and everything. We start working out. We go through a good workout for about an hour. So we have fun doing that, and it was actually something I really enjoyed. So I said I was on the fence about buying a gym membership for the winter time, but I think that's definitely something that I'm going to invest in because I had such a great time working out, and I felt great afterwards, to be honest. So that was great. So basically after our workout, we decided to, because at the gym that I went to, there was a hot tub, pools, and saunas. So yeah, it was a pretty decent gym, not just your average gym. It has maybe a couple machines and stuff like that. It's a pretty big gym. So anyhow, I go to change to get into my bathing suit to go in the hot tub after working out. And I take my phone out just to, check text messages, emails, anything like that. So I take my phone out, check all that stuff. Then I place my phone on the bench, and I thought that I put it back in my pocket. So as after I got changed, after like showering and stuff like that, I put on my actual shorts that I was wearing that day, and I feel my pockets because this is something I do quite a bit. I pad myself down to make sure I have everything on me. So I was patting down my pockets, and I'm like, oh no, I don't have my iPhone on me. So I looked through my bag, and it was gone. Like no more iPhone. So um, that was really a huge bummer. I ripped through my bag like 2 or 3 times. I checked every little corner of it. So I went back in the change room, looked through every locker. So I guess myself being a big enough dumbass, I left my iPhone on the bench in the change room, and that's something that's gonna get stolen pretty easily. I mean, everybody else there wants an iPhone. I mean, you can sell them. You can do anything with them basically. So they're pretty valuable, and people want to get their hands on those at any cost. So yeah, my iPhone got stolen out of my own stupidity. So the even some of the staff there helped me look around and stuff like that. I started asking people in the change room if they saw an iPhone around, and no one did. So my friend actually called my phone. I guess whoever took the phone turned it off instantly, and they probably swiped my phone, and now everything's probably gone on my phone. So I'm probably never gonna get that back, but it's whatever. I'm probably gonna get a new iPhone this week at the end of the week with my paycheck. Unfortunately, my phone wasn't covered under warranty, so I had to buy a whole new phone, which is really a big bummer because for all they know, I could have been held up at gunpoint for my phone, and they still would have probably made me pay for a new phone. So that's just how they deal with people, I guess. Maybe it was a traumatizing experience for all they know. But yep, I lost my phone, so it was really my own fault why I lost my iPhone, and that's really something expensive to lose. And it sounds kind of ridiculous, but it's really been bumming me out the entire weekend. I had to go back to my old phone, which is just a really crappy regular phone that you can just text and call people on. It's not even a smartphone, so yeah, that's a huge bummer. And then at the end of that, we just decided, you know what, let's just go jam out with a band, write some songs, get drunk. We do that quite a bit. So we go to the liquor store. I say, you know what, I gotta work Saturday morning, so I don't really want to get too drunk. So I just bought a Mickey of rum, and well, we get over to my band's place, and we start jamming out. And I'm like, you know what, let's just start drinking. I just want to forget that I lost my phone. So I start drinking, and this is something I'm really bad at. I don't know my limit when I drink, and that actually gets me into trouble quite a bit. So I think this also is going to lead into another commentary this week. I've been saying I've wanted to make a life lessons video about drugs and alcohol for quite a while now, and I just keep procrastinating, and I haven't made one yet. So maybe I'll do that this week. I don't really have that much free time. But anyways, getting on to it. So yeah, we start drinking. I start pounding my drinks back, and I wasn't even using a shot glass or anything pour my drink, so I was just pouring the Mickey into my Coke, and I just kept going and going. and within about an hour and a half's time, sorry, I was finished with that Mickey. And I was feeling pretty good for a while, and you know what, we went out, took a little break from playing some music. We went out to the gas station that's just like down the street, and I don't even remember that walk, to be honest. So that was pretty sketchy. And by the end of it, we got back, and I felt really bad. I remember this. I remember throwing up and everything, and I actually ended up getting alcohol poisoning. That was my first time ever getting alcohol poisoning, and it just sucked. I couldn't go to work the next day. I was just so hungover, and I think the alcohol was still in my system. And it was really a big bummer. And you know what? Everything that happened on Friday was completely my fault. You know, I didn't have to take my phone out and leave it on the bench there. I didn't have to buy the Mickey and drink. I could have drank responsibly and avoided the whole situation of alcohol poisoning, and I probably could have kept a better eye on my phone. So yeah, I was just really bummed out all weekend about that. And you know what? I don't really have anyone else to blame but myself. So yeah, I just thought I would throw up this random commentary to tell you guys why I was so bummed out all weekend. It was actually great to see though on Sunday. You know, Sunday was a pretty decent day. I submitted a video to BAFE for Subscriber Sunday, and just the amount of support my channel got from that video was awesome. You know, I kept getting emails from people subscribing to me. I'm like, you know what, this is just awesome. This just made my weekend a lot better. So I just want to say thank you to everyone that came over from that video. You guys are awesome. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for this commentary. Hope you guys had a great weekend, a great safe weekend. Let me know what you guys did this weekend. You know, maybe you guys did something fun and entertaining. Probably had a better weekend than I did. But anyways, that's going to do it for this commentary, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you did enjoy it, please leave a like. And that's going to do it for me, guys. So don't forget to have a good one, and peace.